Hi everybody, let's get started with a nice quick warm up and then we'll get into a overall core workout today. Let's start out by getting into a nice inchworm all the way down, holding at a high push-up position, walking ourselves back, maybe doing a few shoulder rolls back, just warming up here. Rolling it all back down and away from the ears. All right. And come on up. Roll it down, back and down. Come back down. From here, let's stay in our high push-up. And bring our shoulders in here, pushing our back through the ceiling. And then relaxing back to your start position. So really push your palms into the ground and shoulders are coming up, shoulder blades are coming up towards the ceiling. And then straighten out. So push through those palms, round through your shoulders a little bit, and then extend. We're going to come to a tabletop position, opening up through our left shoulder here. You can extend your left leg back just to open that up a little bit more, and then scoop it under and come back up. Scoop it under and come back up. Remember, we're just warming up here, so you want to safely move through these. And coming back to center here, switching sides. My right leg's going to extend, right arm's going to come up, and then under and up. Very nice. Making sure that we're stretching all the way through here, especially if you are seated at a desk very often and your shoulders can become very tight. All right, from here we're going to make sure that our knees come directly underneath of our hips, and then our shoulders are going to stack over our elbows and wrists here, tucking your back toes, come off the ground slightly here, knees are elevated. You might have to walk your hands back a little. Just holding this position here all the way through, making sure you have a nice flat back and breathing through here. And bring it back on down. We're going to kick our legs through and come to a seated position. Roll your shoulders up first towards your ears and then back and down and away from your ears. We're going to do that a couple more times. Shoulders come up towards the ears. Hold, inhale, exhale. Roll them away. One more. Inhale and hold. Bring those shoulders towards your ears, creating a little bit of tension, and then roll the shoulders back and away. All right, very nice. From here, we're going to flex our toes towards the ceiling. We're going to bring our fingertips to the floor here, so not a flat palm, but your fingertips. Sit up nice and tall, flex both those feet, tap your right foot out to the side and then right back to center. You might want to bend that knee just slightly, just to take some of that pressure off those hip flexors, and keep both your feet flexed here, sitting nice and tall. And then we're going to switch sides, same thing on the other side. Slightly bend your left knee, make sure that right leg's not falling away from center here. You want to keep both those feet towards the ceiling. And keeping a nice posture, nice tall spine. And back to center. We're going to do both legs now. So just a slight tap out with both feet right out to the side and then back to the center. Fingertips are on the floor for a little bit of balance. Nice straight flat back. And last one. All right. From here, we're going to come on back down. Have a nice flat back all the way down to the ground. bringing your knees up and hips are against the ground here, but you're at like about a 90-degree angle. Both your arms are going to come back behind your head, tapping out with that right foot, and then alternating, bringing that arm down to follow. Keeping your back nice and flat here, and just breathing through this as you move through this dead bug exercise, really activating all of those muscles within our core. Glutes, they're also part of your core here, getting everything moving. And last two. All right, we're gonna keep our knees in, just hug your knees in slightly here. Then bring both feet flat on the ground. Toes are facing forward. And from here, what we're gonna do is make sure those feet are flat. Just bring the hips up off the ground so that you have a nice even spine here and you're not rounding through your spine. You want to remain nice and even. Holding in a bridge position here. Bringing maybe one leg up if you're comfortable with it. If not, you can leave both feet flat on the ground. Bring your hips down and trying to hover right over the ground here so you're keeping a little bit of tension, and then bringing those hips back up to meet. What you want to create is one nice straight line all the way from your knee to the very top of that hip. So you want to avoid something where you're stretching too much here and coming up under your cervical spine. You want your shoulders blades to remain on the floor here. And making sure that you're using all of those muscles in the glutes and the abdominals, even a little bit in some of those muscles in our backs to help bring us up here. Maybe you want to add in that single leg. So you bring your left leg up and repeat this. Hips come down and then straight up. And then we're going to switch. Same thing with that right leg up. Flexing that foot towards the ceiling will help keep your leg nice and steady here. And bringing that back down. Let's do 10 more with both feet down. Bringing your hips right up towards the ceiling and back down. And make sure you're breathing. And last two, guys. All right, bringing those hips down. Straighten out that left leg so you can rotate to one side here. Coming onto my left elbow, making sure that both legs are stacked. If you need to use your bottom leg for support, you can certainly bend at the knee and use that there. If not, you're going to come right on up here, stretching your right arm up above your head, and then you're going to reach it across towards the opposite side here. So right across, and you're just holding this position, making sure that you're keeping both your hips up, your bottom hip's not dipping down here. Just holding this. From here, we're going to add in a reach. So you're going to bring your right leg across, right arm's going to reach just slightly, and then back to your center position. Keeping those hips right where they are, stabilizing you through this position here. And last one on this side. Slowly bringing that down. We're going to switch sides. So I'm going to come to my right elbow, stacking both my hips, and feet are stacked. Reach that left arm up, and then over that head there, holding this for a second, keeping that bottom hip up, and then you're gonna reach towards your left foot and back to center. You got it. 2 more. All right. Nice shot, nice job, guys. From here, we're gonna come to a seated position. Left leg is gonna remain bent here. Right leg's going to straighten out. From here, we will lift our right hip, left hip off the ground, reaching towards the ceiling. And then we're gonna rotate to a high push-up, throwing in a plank jack, maybe 2, and then we're going to rotate towards the other side, reaching up, coming right back on down, and then reversing that. So reach up, rotate it over, plank jack, and rotating back down towards the other side. So let's do that one again. Reach all the way back, rotate it over, 2 plank jacks to the other side, reach, and coming back down. All right, let's repeat that again. And keep the flow going. Maybe adding in a few extra plank jacks here. Roll it back on down. A couple more. Reach, rotate. Almost did a push-up there. I like adding those in whenever we can. So maybe step 3 means some more plank jacks, push up, and rotate it on over. Making sure you're paying attention there. One more time, all the way from the bottom, reach it up, rotate it on over, push up, next side, reach it on up, push up, and finish it out. All right, very nice job with that one. From here, we are going to just do some very minimal rotations. If your back is okay with these, if not, you can certainly go into just a modified version of this, where you're really not going to be bringing your feet off the ground too much. You can bring one foot off the ground while the other remains heel on the ground here. We're just going to come up and all the way over. You can add weight to this if you would like to make this a little more challenging. And if you're okay with bringing both feet up, you can do that. If not, switch legs and incorporate a chance for that other side to act as your prime mover here. Both feet, wherever you're at, work from there. Very nice, all the way up and over. Good. All right, we're going to finish this out with a nice plank, a little bit of variation, and then we are going to take a nice stretch. All right, so wherever you're comfortable here, you can come to your forearm plank and just hold this position. The thing about a plank is making sure that our hips are not dipping down or your tailbone's not reaching the sky here. It's a little easier to maintain a nice even spine if you have your elbows out a little slight here in a V. My hands are meeting, It creates a nice little tripod and keeping your head up. You can also bring your feet out slightly here. Gives you a little bit of a wider base. Holding on to this. Start wherever you are and just breathe. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring your knees down. We're going to stretch ourselves back a little bit here. So come into a child's pose. Bring your hips back towards those heels. Stretching out through the back. Extending your arms. Very good. Coming on up through a table top here. Slowly walk yourself back on up. Maybe tuck your toes. Reach back to reach your heels. And open up through that shoulders, your chest. Maybe bring your head towards the ceiling. Breathing through this stretch here. Really feeling your heart center open up. And you can slowly come on out of that. Bring your right foot forward. Extend your left arm up. Right hand comes on the hip. Inhale and reach toward the ceiling. And then exhale, rotating towards that right hip. Just breathing. And coming back towards center here, we're going to switch legs. Left foot's going to come forward, making sure we have a nice 90-degree angle with that front leg. Reach your right arm up. Both hips are facing the same direction here. Inhale and reach. Exhale and stretch towards that left hip. And back towards the center. Very good. Bringing both your hands down here. Left leg's coming back to meet the right. We're going to tuck our toes and come on up into a down dog. Wherever you are here with this. Just pedaling out through both those feet. Stretching out through your calves a little bit. And maybe hold that stretch for a few seconds here. 10 to 15 second stretch. Breathe. And slowly walking your hands towards those toes. Nice flat back. Inhale on your roll up. Rolling those shoulders back. And take a nice big inhale all the way up. Exhaling it on down. 2 more. And exhale it down. 1 more. Nice inhale and exhale. All right. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that. Have a wonderful day. Stay well. Stay hydrated.